Alright everybody, this is Easy, and I am about to show you all the glorious game of Gwent. If you haven't played Gwent before, congratulations. You've now arrived at the single greatest card game that's ever existed. If you have played Gwent before, however, I'm sure you probably played it in Witcher 3, or you're one of the fortunate fools that decided to get on this beta with me and get bopped, because I'm taking names and crushing souls. Anyway, the thing I'm doing today is I'm going to do two things. One, I'm going to show you my deck, kind of explain to people that don't know about the game of Gwent, how it all is supposed to go, what the zones are, rules, things like that. Just a brief rundown. You'll have to play to really understand the game. And then the second thing is to show you my idea, my notion of what is the most fun deck in the game, and that is the Scoia'tael spell deck. Now, a lot of different modes in this game. You obviously, when you download it, should totally play the challenges, practice up, learn how to play it. I've done all that. I've reached level 14, played some ranked matches, and now we're going to dive right in. So, the decks. The coolest thing about Gwent, let me tell you, isn't just the card interactions, not just like the mechanics of the game, but the visuals. CD Projekt Red, who made Witcher 3, have gone above and beyond and actualized the artwork for these cards in a way that I've just never seen before. Here's, as you can see, an animated portrait of one of the leaders of the factions. There's, I believe, four factions: Scoia'tael, Nilfgaard, Monsters, Northern Realms, and Skellige. I'm sorry, five. There are five factions, each of which have individual leaders and different mechanics. Most of them play very, creature heavy. Now, the game of Gwent is about getting more points per round on your side than your opponent. Points would just be the overall power of your allied minions. Okay, minions kind of look like this. Again, beautiful animations, but this is one of my only, I think I have 7 minions. Yeah, 7 minions total. No, 10, I'm sorry. 10 minions total in this deck, which is low. Again, if the goal is to get power, and I only have 2 in this creature, how am I supposed to do it? Well, it's all about control. It's all about destroying the enemy's morale, taking from them everything and leaving them nothing, while I have like 1 or 2 strong creatures. Now, that hinges around this particular leader, Etne. I think that's how you say her name, Etne. She is my faction leader. If you play Commander, similar to Commander, she's always accessible. She's a card I can always play as long as she's still unplayed on my board. It says, deploy, resurrect a special card from your graveyard. Now, special cards are spell cards typically, and this is a gold card, so hence the gold border, the cool little arrows, all the foliage and filigree they put on it. I mean, really beautiful touches all the way around. And the spells are kind of the highlight of the deck. I mean, it's just about spell interaction, having an answer for everything. Owl's Thunder is easy, damage unit by 7, they put out a big monster, bam, killing it. Biting Frost, this is apply Frost to a row. Now, weather affects the rows either individually or the whole battlefield for your enemy. You don't share a battlefield, mind you. So they have their allied minions on one side, I have my minions on the other, and they just basically clash and interact across that. So this would take an entire row, and all the units would be damaged over time every time a turn starts by 1. The next card up is First Light. This one is to actually cleanse and take off weather effects. Now, weather effects are really prominent. Everyone plays them by and large. It just does a good amount of damage, and it nets you a lot of value without really committing that much with one card. The other benefit, aside from just clearing the weather, is that this gives you a bronze unit from your deck, so it's modal. You can choose between one or the other. I have a few of these because they're just great cards to have. Always nice to be able to choose between one or the other. Impenetrable Fog, again, another one. This one is to take the high unit and goes ahead and damages it over time by 2. This is a great card. Now, destroy the lowest unit. Usually that would just mean like small minions, like 2s or whatever. But since I am not playing any creatures by and large, I use this card as soon as I see the ally, or see the enemy have any minions on their side. I just like to decimate them. Swallow Potion. boost a unit by 8. So I'm giving myself health in order to, just accrue as much value from these very few monster cards I have. And so I have a few of those in there. And again, all these spells are reusable, so I'm going to be taking these spells, even if I use them once with Ethne, I can go ahead and grab them from the graveyard and use them again. Torrential Rain, turn start, same thing, damage over time. This is Lacerate, damage the whole row by 3. Overdose, adjacent units just mean units that are, obviously touching or close to each other, and it usually starts from the center outwards, so it's center, left, and right will get damaged. And you can't just move to the furthest left and then expect the next 3 to get because they're not adjacent, obviously, to the center point. Armor is also a thing that removes armor. This gives me card draw. Card draw is super valuable because in this game, you only have a deck. Minimum size is 24, maximum is 40. You want to make sure you're getting the cards you want when you want them, and this card helps me with that. Demeridium, let's say it's that. Demeridium Bomb, demote and reset 3 adjacent units. Now, demote essentially refers to the color gradient, like I was saying, the gold, the silver, the bronze tier. Gold tiers are usually unaffected by damage over time. They can't be affected by direct damage spells. They're basically invincible cards unless you demote them. So demoting is what I'm down to do. I'm not trying to give anybody any breathers here. Aromancy, play a weather card from your deck or graveyard, shuffle the others from your deck back. So this allows me to access weather cards whenever I want for whatever the situation. This is the piece de resistance. This is really what saves me time and again. Alzur's double cross. Strengthen the highest unit in your deck by 2, then play it. Again, I am so rarely able to get to my creatures dependably without this card. It really is like the linchpin. Scorch, destroyed the highest unit, my apologies. So again, want to play that just to kind of stifle them, and it's such a powerful spell that it's actually silver. You can see the silver border around it. Nature's Gift, play a special card from your deck, shuffle the others back. Now this is great because it allows me to pull from inside my deck and basically just scry to find the appropriate card that I'm looking for the situation. And this whole deck is really toolbox. It's about having an awareness of what the enemy wants to do and then having the right tools available to respond to it. Ragnar Rug, this is a win condition. Essentially, it takes all rows, not just one row, but all the rows, and damages the highest unit on each row by 3. And that just stays on until they clear it or until they die, one of the two. Royal Decree, play a gold card from your deck. This again is a way for me to look through my deck, find the card I want, and pull it out. Gold cards can't be found by other methods aside from this Royal Decree. Elven Mercenary. Now, this is one of my creatures, but if you notice the little red eye symbol, it's actually a spy. So it's going to go on the enemy side of the battlefield. It's going to count towards their points, their overall total, but it gives me a huge bonus in drawing 2 bronze special cards. I can play one at the time, and then everyone goes back in the deck. Again, just getting to those spells as quickly and as often as possible. So I have a few of those. Now, all that is great, but if I just keep killing, and have no power on my side of the board, it's not going to work. So I bait people out with this card. Blue Mountain Commando, you play 1. Ooh, ugh. Oh, that's gruesome. I don't know who's dying. I'm sorry. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Anyway, yeah, the effects are amazing in this game. Summon all other copies of this unit to its row, meaning I only have to have one of these cards in my hand. The rest can be in my deck, and once I play this one, the other 2 will follow. Okay? Really, really solid. But the only creature I'm going to ever use to win, sitting on an idyllic lake, looking over the gorgeous elven landscape, is Dol Lathanon Protector. He is fantastic. Every time I play a special card, boost this card by 1 wherever it is, so I do not have to have it in my hand. I do not have to have it on the battlefield to be getting the benefit of going up in power every single time I'm playing a spell. So that's going to enable me to kind of play around, play without creatures, knowing that I can access this card. It's probably going to come out as a 12 up to a 22, depending on how many spells I get off before I pull them. So that's the deck in a nutshell. I'm going to go ahead. Oh, whoa, almost forgot. The best pressure card in the game. I like to play this card on turn 1. I'm going to try to pronounce his name right. Villain Treten Mirth. It's a draconid, basically a dragon. You all know him from like Blizzard games. Dragons blowing fire, blowing things up. Fantastic. Timer 3 refers to it takes 3 turns, 3 of my turns to start, but then it destroys the highest unit on the board, and that's both my side of the board and the enemy side of the board twice. So you'll see it in action, I'm sure. It's a card that I go back to time and time again. And then Aglais, yeah, she is a dryad. Deploy, you may resurrect a special card from your opponent's graveyard. Effort weaken self by 4, which means when I do this effect, she's going to go down from a 10 power to a 6, but I do get to go into the enemy's graveyard as well and grab any spells they may have used that I think are vital or important to my victory. So that's pretty much everything. I'm really, really excited about showing you all the decks. I'm going to get right into it. I think I'm going to play a casual match to start and kind of give you guys an idea, and then later on down the line I probably will be playing competitive. I am streaming when I play comp matches and kind of going over the play-by-play, but this is like my first live commentary. Sorry about that, my cat in the background. First live commentary of really any game, but especially of an intricate card game, so I'll try to stay on the ball, aware, make the right plays, and also let you all know exactly what's going down. So the matchmaking is super quick in this, dude. It's like lightning fast. There we go, perfect example. I mean, I've never waited more than I think 30 seconds to find a game, which I can't say about a lot of games. Most games I'm waiting, like sometimes Overwatch, I'm waiting like 20 minutes to be honest with you. So it's been a
I
nice.
shall not repeat Emily's mistakes.
I respect nothing human.
Oh, dude, I mean, just that, just setting the tone of each of our leaders is a very distinct and different perspective. They represent. Oh, okay, I'm going to keep the animated one. So what I'm doing here is mulliganing. I'm basically taking cards I don't think I'm going to need in this opening part of the game, and I'm getting rid of them. I have my Fog, Double Cross, so I can get access to Dolpathanon, the elephant guy that gets bigger with all my special cards. Epidemic is great. You guys saw that. Torrential Rain. I mean, they're all here. All these cards are really going to help me out. And then the Mercenary. So I'm going to start out seeming like I'm an elf deck. Most people play it that way. This guy is probably not going to know what's hitting him. At least I'm hoping. So opening gamut.
Death
Bam.
awaits us all.
Put down the elves. Okay, so immediately he wants to blow my stuff up. He's not playing games. He really wants to blow me up. So let me just use this mercenary. I do have
strength, my love.
Epidemic available in a little bit in order to take care of this, but for now I'm gonna try to bait out a clear of his with this. I don't know. Am I gonna beat the timer is the question.
Please wait, Your Excellency. I'm falling behind.
Doing the classic spy thing of just getting so much card advantage off of that. So yeah, blew that up. Used the epidemic for that. I mean, you know, it works. I'm still doing damage to his side of the board. And he's probably like, what the funk, man? Already playing like I got some answers. Okay, so I think it's time for just more effects on the board. I'll probably want to damage the highest unit first. So, if you look, he's a spy guy. Imperial Brigade, every time he plays a spy, he's going to get a boost, so I want to damage him first. The Emissary is what gave him the card draw, so he draws 2 cards, only has to play 1. That's card advantage all day, and that's really what this whole deck is about. Okay, this guy is playing pretty smart. I gotta give him credit. He's making me commit more cards to the board. He's deciding that, you know, I got enough power right now. I don't have to worry. This guy's probably not gonna do much to me. So let me see. I think this will do 3 damage right away, or I can just burn the Scorch. I think that takes it. I'll burn the Scorch. Okay, switches over to him. Boom, that's done. And I think I'm gonna just tie it up like right now. Wow, might have got me in a bit of a pickle. I might have misplayed that. Let's see if it goes over to him and doesn't. Yeah, so it's a tie. So now we're in a nail biter situation. It's not where I wanted to be. I'm down a card, 2 cards to this guy right now. But I do have some answers. He didn't commit anything big to the board. I respect that. I appreciate that. But I'm gonna have to exploit some terror, instill some fear in this dude. I'll stick with all these. I think they're all, you know, again, until I see more of the deck. And the problem with this game, the only thing I'll say is that it's a one and done. You play one game against somebody, and you're not going to get a second chance to rematch. And that's kind of a bummer, a bit of a bummer to me. But it's all right. Still a fantastic game. Still, you know, you get back in matches quickly, and maybe if I'm lucky, I run into these people again on the road to glory.
My powers are yours to command.
Okay, so he's giving me some card value here. He still hasn't committed to clearing the skies yet, so I really want to force his hand here before I put out this big card, Ragnarug. So we'll see what he does. I think this is going to probably force him to feel like he's got to clear it. No, he still doesn't feel like he has to. Still does not feel like he has to.
Notice!
All right,
roads lead to Nilfgaard.
If he doesn't have clear, I'm gonna just do one more move before I just commit to Ragnarug, because I want to get that damage going early. Yeah, I can always reuse this Mystic Snake later. Use one of the first lights. I hope I get lucky. Okay, good. So I got some money card. Put this guy down. 11 health, and he's just getting bigger, just getting pumped up from the spells.
I strive above all to be just.
Oh, okay. And I'm just gonna play around with this. He's still not biting yet. So I'm gonna just buff my guy back up. Make sure he knows that he's gonna have to contend with him at some point. Let's see if the clear happens.
I'll do what I can.
Oh no. Okay. He is not committing to that whatsoever. So I think I have to do this. Just forcing my hand. Yeah.
I forgive you. This time.
What do you have in store for me?
Surprises.
Okay. So first things first, I'm going to slash these guys up.
Hail, Kerzer!
This guy's kind of getting the best of me right now, guys. He's kind of getting the best of me. He's got these 3 gold cards on the board. Really, really tough to touch, tough to fight. I really probably should have gone for the Demeter Bomb, ultimately, but we'll see. So I think it's Dimetron Bomb or bust at this point. I think I kind of have to do it.
I respect nothing human.
So Nature's Gift. Meridian Bomb. Boom, boom, doing some damage. Oh, fingers crossed, guys. The Ragnarug, we're just kind of, we're hoping right now. Oh, that's strong.
They're dead already.
I don't think I have it. I think this guy has it with that move. Oh, it's a tie. Oh my gosh. Wow. What a good play on his part. He really, you know, he took me the distance both times. I got to give it to you. Brandanosa. Yeah, good game, man. Good game. So every time you give a good game or GG to somebody, you get some extra scraps, materials, basically to go ahead and craft cards. Well, gang, that was super fun. You know, I wish I could have came out with a W. That'd have been great, but you know, a tie is not bad, dude. And especially when a game goes, you know, pretty quick pace. No one's taking a long time with decision making. We both knew our decks, and he, you know, he definitely did his thing. Only thing I'm gonna do left is I'm gonna reward myself, try to little pick me up here, and buy a card keg. Now, card kegs. What a card keg is, it is basically randomized. Yeah, there's the. I think that's Trollolololo from Witcher 3. He's this golem dude, pretty fun. He loves collecting stuff, and so.
Time is glitter rocks.
Okay, yeah. I know I'm taking too long, Trollolo. My bad. Okay, I'm gonna buy one of these. Speaking of trolls, dude, this guy will not let up. All right, let's see what I get. If I get lucky, first time recording, get some cool stuff. So far, nothing that's like earth-shattering.
Now for more.
And alas, it kind of bottoms out there, everybody. Sorry, I wish I would have got a legendary, something really cool off of this, but a rare. You know, I'll turn that into materials and I'll make something else great. But anywho, gang, that has been the game of Gwent. Thank you so much for watching, for sticking through. Again, if you have any comments, any suggestions, you know, anything you want to either see me do or give me, like, you know, ideas about how to improve, I'm all for it, guys. I want to be vocal with everybody that's watching. And, you know, really just super thankful to have people interested in this game and hopefully bring more attention to it. So until next time, gang, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.